I feel like it was on purpose that this episode came out the day before Christmas Eve, as you have Chocolove being confronted by the children of the man he murdered Christmas Day a few years ago. They murdered Chocolove's friends, and they murdered Chocolove. However, as a shaman, death is not the finale. Sometimes it is the start, as even in the realm thereafter that exists within the Great Spirit, Chocolove was informed that his friends would try to bring him back by his master Oleana. But before that, Chocolove would need to ascend within the Great Spirit, within the realms of the hereafter, and find newfound power. So as Yo and Ryu discover Chocolove's dead body, Ryu takes Chocolove to Gandhara, since they revived him previously after he had actually perished against the minions of Hao. Meanwhile, Yo stayed behind in order to confront Red Sub and Cerium, to show them that revenge tends to only harm you and everything around you. It is a hard path to travel, and most can't deal with the consequences of getting said revenge. However, the golem shows newfound power and injures Yo, much to the surprise of Red Sub, as he had hoped that getting revenge on Chocolove and all of his friends would bring back his sister's consciousness. But during the scuffle, in comes Hao, looking to obtain the massive amount of Furyoku within the golem. And as Yo, injured, is confronted by not just Hao, but all of his minions, in comes Lyserg, who brought along Ren and Horohoro, as he says that he saw that Chocolove was going to die and allowed it, as he felt that the kids needed to get their revenge. But over time, he's come to feel differently about revenge and understanding others. What's going to happen next? Let's find out. Ooh, there's gotta be no opening this time. Friendship, I don't get it. Not once in all my years have I ever felt the emotion called friendship towards any person. Being far too powerful can be really painful. Yeah, it's lonely at the top. Impossible. He consumed 330 spiritual power in one go, and his own Furyoku. They call it mana, and I keep calling it Furyoku. I'm used to it being called Furyoku. Is 1.25 million! 1.25 gigawatts! You don't have enough mana to take that on. Dad, can't you see me? Yeah, it's just like, we're reunited and you're more concerned about fighting than being with your children, dude. Come on. So this is the dad who Chocolove killed back then. Being so attached to things that he possessed his own daughter is kinda freaky. Red Sub, your dad is what we call an earthbound spirit. He died still obsessed with the golem, the thing that meant the most to him. Yeah, that kinda sucks. It's just like, yes, the golem meant more to him than you. You'd think he'd want to be with his children or something along those lines, but no, he cared more about the golem. And he's blind to what's around him, that's all. Trust your dad. I love that Yo's just like, look, your dad's just going through some stuff. This is what happens to some who have unfinished business. You gotta believe in your dad. He isn't completely lost. He's just a little bit misguided right now. It doesn't matter what you do. The responsibility will come back to confront you. In a lawful society, you are punished by the law. In a lawless society, you are unprotected by the law. You get what you give. But what matters is your heart. And we have accepted that. Ready to throw down. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, do it, do it. You have no intention of walking away, do you? Hell nah. Making that final stand to protect the kids and the golem. No, everyone here, Spirit of Sword. Inspired by Matamune's Ogre Slayer, huh? Right. Looking at that oversoul hurts my heart. I mean, how? You said you didn't have any friends. Masamune considered you a friend, because he might just have been my one and only friend. Exactly. Lord How. Yeah, I think his followers are hearing about this for like the first time. The stars have come out. Oh man, the stars. You always have those, like, we had Yo looking at the stars, Ren looking at the stars, Hao looking at the stars. Oh yeah, I was in the middle of a walk. Episode 37, Winds of Laughter. He went home because his heart was hurting. Yeah, he just left. He's just like, I'll deal with this later. I feel kind of deflated. Oh, thank goodness. You probably would have been taken out first. You probably came to save us. Our real problem is what to do now. Yeah, the golem is, is a problem you can't easily deal with. And Yo knows that Hal probably realized that it was getting way too out of hand. I want to help Red Sub and his family. So I want to stop the golem somehow. I'm not sure how. So I guess you guys won't mind if I leave the rest to you. And he's down. Stop, you say. You kids with your puny furyoku. Don't insult me like that. Camel Munsa. I met him on Mount Kalash, a lover of mountains. Yeah, because Yo's dad, part of his training is just climbing the wildest mountains with no gear, just pure physical raw strength. I always felt like Mikihisa and Camel Munsa's meeting was kind of off though. It's just like, why was this man out climbing mountains? Did it just help him clear his mind? If he saw a mountain, he wasn't happy until he climbed to the top of it. That summed up his personality as a scientist very well. We hit it off right away. It didn't take long until we called each other close friends. I had no interest in his research, but I admired his devotion. I'm sure you feel the same way, Mickey. Whatever enemies it makes, I have no choice but to do what I do. Should the worst happen, please take care of the golem and my kids. Of course, please stop him any way you can. Yeah, it makes you wonder, why did he think something was gonna happen to him? I mean, his encounter with Chocolove, it was a freak coincidence. And yet, Camel Munster thought he was going to die. I was always very curious about that. Where is everyone? Freaking golem, do me a favor and replenish the golem's mana with your souls. Yes! It consumes other souls in order to raise its Furyoku. Not so different from the Spirit of Fire. I mean, how can it have an internal Furyoku battery? Consuming other souls. You know, Chocolove didn't deserve to kill Camel Munster the way he did, but Camel Munster was not doing good things before he died. Shine! Yeah, Lyserg. We can't fight him. Red Sub's little sister inside the golem. So what should we do? All we can do is run. Want to hear an old story about Yo? An old story. I love this weird bonding moment between Anna and Manta. Like, they're not even racing to get to Yo or anything. They're just casually strolling, kind of getting to know each other, just chatting. Kind of reminds me of the filler in the original anime, where we just cut back to what Anna and Manta were doing when Yo had left for America, about how he got the scar on his belly. It was given to him by my demon, and about Masamune. It's cute that she's the one telling him the story of Masamune. You know, because Manta is such a close friend, even though honestly, ever since the Shaman fight really got underway, Manta has been less and less involved, especially ever since we got that Masamune backstory. Manta has been very less involved with the story going forward, because he may well be the final key to helping to defeat Hal. You gotta love how most of the spiritualism ended up taking the form of giant mechs. He's falling at a safe distance. What a pain in the ass to have to deal with this now. Sorry guys. This is all because I took the golem. And show some responsibility. Red, dude! If you want to help your sister, then face him. You don't have the time to waste crying. And yeah, Red Sub wanted to take the golem out to get revenge, to heal his sister, all these things, and he set in motion a lot of very tricky subjects. I think the reason the golem is attacking us is because you are here, okay? If I can make my dad hear me, maybe he'll stop the golem. He's totally fixated. He can't even see you. Don't talk bad about my dad. He was a good father, in a manner of speaking. But Lyserg, should it come to it, I'll act as a decoy, while you take everyone away. The little guy's trying to show some nerve. I should help him out, shouldn't I? Good guy, Ren. They've stopped. Strange. What on earth are they planning? Some kind of strategy to deplete the golem's mana? Damn you. You think I'll lie down and take that? Dad, it's me, Red Sub. Please, listen to me. The one who will become Shaman King is me. Yeah, can't even see his kid. Poor kid. Don't you worry about a thing. This is my fault. Redirected! It was deflected. Not quite. I blew it away with the winds of laughter. Yes, my boy is back, and in his cool getup. The only thing I don't care about for that outfit is the fact that he's wearing shorts. And not just shorts, shorts. I had no idea any of that had happened to me. I wonder why Yo never told me. Because it hadn't been thought of for the plot yet. Because you're Matamune's reincarnation, that is to say, you're Mantam. He is not Matamune's reincarnation. Just to put that out there. Anna's making a joke. It's just embarrassing to doubt. You and Matamune are a similar height. That's the context for why Yo just started talking to him that one day, because he could see ghosts, but also because he was around the same height that Matamune was. So it was just like his belief that people who can see ghosts can't be all bad. And also, he's short and kind of reminds me of Matamune. Even your names are kind of alike. When Yo first met you and called you his friend, it might have been because you reminded him of Matamune a little. When Anna's ability to read minds turned her into a monster, Yo saved her. And knowing that it would cause him so much suffering for so long, why did Yo choose Anna, I wonder? Oh no, you must... Monta now knows that she can read minds, so he's just like, shit, I probably shouldn't have thought that. I don't have that power anymore. I wonder why. After Yo vanquished the giant demon, we said goodbye. I lost the ability to do that for some reason. Maybe it went away with the demon, or maybe Yo has some kind of other power. I don't know. Yeah, that was always something I was curious about, because you hear about how at one point she could read minds, she had this great power, and yet in present day, not so much. It doesn't mean she's any less powerful. It just means that certain capabilities that she once had, she no longer has. I always gotta question that. I think I got an answer, but I don't think I remember what that answer was. I mean, at this point she's just hypothesizing. But if it's Yo that saved me, I'll do everything I can to repay him. Honestly, a lot of the shots in this episode really beautiful. Like, the animation team are actually doing a lot of effort to make this episode look beautiful. Whatever happens, I plan on making Yo the Shaman King. Man, the Spirit of Fire in flight mode always looks so weird. Lord, how? Why did you leave the golem? Spirit of Fire would be very happy if he ate the golem. That's right, Opacha. But you've already answered your own question. I left the golem to help Yo. You read my mind again. I don't like that power. You're a good, straightforward kid, Opacha. I hate it too. I need Yo to be stronger still, so I thought I'd make use of the golem here. Matamune, the one I gave my mana, is no longer in this world, but when I meet him again, Yo must also be there. So, Opacha, I have a little job for you later. Okay? Yeah. How? Constantly scheming. Kevin Munzer. Hey, spoilers? Jeez. I forget what the WOS stands for, but Jaguarman! I always loved this design with the, ornate, headdress and claws and stuff. Kind of makes me think of Wargreymon from Digimon. I always loved Wargreymon. Jaguarman! He said that in English. Oh my god. That took me off guard. My name is Chocolove McDonald. You probably don't even realize that you're dead. So let me tell you, Christmas 3 years ago, I'm the one who killed you. I'm dead? Come here, Mick. Let's fight together. My intermediary is here, right? Master Chocolove, are you? Yeah, there's something kind of special about Chocolove now. Me dead? I've never heard such utter nonsense in my life. Yeah, mid-air. Ah, so cool. I love the soundtrack that's going on in the background too. He weaved his oversoul like a spider web, and is using it as platforms to dash around. But how? My guess is that Big Face's oversoul. That's an Olmec headstone. My name is Oleana. I'm Chocolove's teacher. Teacher? Oh god. Lame jokes. He must be his teacher. Back to getting serious. Chocolove was afraid of the dark. His parents were killed when he was but an infant. Then he himself became a gang member and repeated the same mistake, the cycle of violence. However you atone for your crimes, they never go away. Agonizing over and grappling with your thought only makes them weigh on you all the more heavy. But he had a ray of hope. All of you. Without having other people, life isn't livable. To find the answer for himself, he needed all of you above anything else. Friends with the same power. Friends with the same past. Yeah, that's the thing. People he could relate to some degree. That's why he came all the way back here, to present his soul as it is, and receive judgment. Well done. You made it here. Yeah, everybody always treats the whole way that Chocolove looks as just like, oh, it's, because he's black, it's gotta be African iconography. It's like, no, actually, it's South American iconography, oddly enough. After going through all those communes, I feel like I appreciate how small I am now. Now for your final trial. The answer to the question of why the shaman's Furioka grows after death is inside of you. Right, I'll give it my best shot so I can give people answers. Very well. Now would you like to see what the 1,000-year-old soul, Pascal Abach, is capable of? Someone who once entered the shaman fight and gave us hope. While he did not come away victorious, the bravery he showed led to his eventual deification. He became a god prayed to by us ancient people. Can you handle what he will throw at you? This is your final test. Are you telling me to show bravery? People are held captive by everyday invisible fears and restrained by their actions, and the greatest fear of all is death. True, but I've already died. I have nothing to be afraid of. Something's worse than death. No. Living with no fear of death is the same as giving up on life. That isn't true courage. The pain isn't something that can be overcome, or will be overcome. Let me tell you something. Losing all hope and being trapped in the darkness is far worse than death. Yeah, I killed you, but so what? Your soul as a scientist, as a shaman, hasn't died whatsoever. Come on, let's put an end to this. Yeah, baby. Show me your guts, Chocolove. To my life and yours at the shaman fight. Interesting. I guess I'll accept your challenge. This is for the best, right, old man? There's nothing I can do to erase my crime. All I can do now is save his soul, even if it costs me my life. Like, yeah, all he can do now is save who he can where he can. Oversoul, Mick in the Jaguar, and Pascal Abdel. Whoa. Oh, cool! Yes. Double Oversoul. Jaguarman. Explosive Beast Spin. Jaguar Slice. Jaguar Shaft. Ooh. That track in the background is fire. Watch closely how your father fights, son. We shaman. Oh wait, those things on his head are machine guns? How have I never realized that? We shamans have long fought to protect our people and our families, and everyone's pieces of mind. I'm certain your father also started out that way. Even when dead, our sentiments remain. Watch closely how shamans fight. How shamans fight? Bullshit! Nothing about this is how actual shamans fight. It's like looking at Naruto and being like, must be how the ancient ninjas of old battled. No. No. I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, no. No pretense or unnecessary ornaments. Just a clash of two raw, undistinguished souls. And then they're both stopped. Easily. Bye, Anna. Serves you both right for fighting. There she comes. You gotta love how you have this giant demonic woman rising up. And also Eliza. Are you gonna sleep all day, yo? There you go. Anna. Right, playtime is over. I'm putting an end to this. Too bad. Last attack used up the last of the golem's mana. I'll wipe the golem from the face of the earth myself. Please take care of these children, followers of Miki, Redson. I was no god as a father, wasn't I? It's utterly deplorable. I completely neglected you as I worked day and night on my research. Only for this. What matters is the heart. I'm so sorry. No. It's about time I get going. Wait? Who said I came here to stop the golem? Oh god, I love this. I love this. Just Eliza just holding her out in the top palm of her hand. Again, you would think it would be the giant woman who's intimidating, but no, it's the little girl she holds. It would be a waste to destroy it if it's so strong, wouldn't it? Of course Anna wants to use it. I came to take the golem, to beat Hal with it. That's not what you said. Who foists their kids on someone and then disappears. That's damn selfish if you ask me. But the golem's mana is, just give it some more and it'll be back on the move. This is why I need you to tell me how to make it work. You don't mind sticking around for a while, do you? And so this little incident came to a close. Yeah, Anna completely diffused any tension in that situation. Professor Munzer understandably couldn't hide his confusion, but it was business as usual for everyone else, so he had a big feast and slept as usual. Yo and Chocolove were taken away by Faust to be treated. Red Sub and Sero, as if all the strain they were under had suddenly been relieved, slept in Anna's room along with a few others. Having failed to get either of his son or future daughter-in-law, Mikihisa slept out of the alley. Yeah, they just left him out there bleeding. He doesn't die from this, but you'd think he would have. Ryu went to meet Gandhara again in the hope of resurrecting Chocolove. Faust discovered new power known as the... Oh yeah, he discovered that ability. Lyserg, Horo, Ren, Hao, Anna. A very long night of soul-searching and pondering over their own riddles came to an end for each of them. Yeah, so much happened within the span of a day in the universe. I really don't care for the big old pot belly they keep giving to Chocolove, but... It's a part of his character design, I guess. Hey, you finally woke up. I'm sorry, it's my fault you had to go through this too. I don't mind. It seems like my Furyoku has grown a little too. Anyway, never mind that, Chocolove. Your sight. Is it true that when Gandhara revived you, he asked for it to be that way? Well, I had an idea. You know what they say, if you lose one of your senses, the others become much sharper. I thought that maybe this would boost my Furyoku just a little. That's not all, is it? What are you gonna do? It's not about atonement. I just wanted to make those two laugh. Red Sub is one thing, but Serum closed her heart all because of me. I wondered what I should do, but I came up with nothing. So in order to understand how she feels, I thought I'd try shutting out the light. Pretty dumb, right? Yeah, it's not funny at all. Yo, it's awful. I can't find my dad because Anna forced him to come along. He can't stand it anymore. Ransom keeps decking Horo in the stomach. Dad isn't that irresponsible, right? He isn't that irresponsible. Get ready for one of my new powered up jokes. You're sure to quake with laughter. Yeah, quake becomes cake. Of course, they all just beat his ass. Yeah, Camel Munzer isn't far. He's just chosen to watch over his kids in a different way. Oof. That small little smile. It goes a lot further than you would think. Yeah, this subject is not an easy one. The subject of what you can do to atone for past sins, what it means to seek out revenge, people's own difficulties in life. And the series never presents any of these issues like it has all the answers. The characters continue to search for their own answers in any given way, and that's kind of the thing. There are no easy answers in life. The meaning of life is what you make out of life. Finding your own meaning. Whether that is through the atonement for what you have done, so that you can, pass on with a not so heavy heart, helping others, fulfilling your own purpose. But there are no easy answers. That's the thing. You will suffer, you will scrape, you will bang your head against the wall trying to figure things out, and none of it will come easy. But from time to time, things get a little bit better. You find a little bit of your way. Doesn't mean that it's always going to be perfect, but you learn a little bit more. And if you open yourself up to growing, you can do a lot of good in the world, even if you've done a lot of wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. But that was the episode. We've kind of come full circle for a lot of characters. Ren had his moment, Chocolove had his moment, Horo had his moment. We even had a slight moment for Ryu and, to a certain degree, Faust. Faust discovered something that is really crucial later down the line that was kind of skimmed over. I think they presented it here. I think it'll come up later, but I'm not sure. But he discovers it, and the series plays hard and loose with the concept of death. But sometimes, because you get that Furyoku boost from near-death or actual death experiences, it's treated more like a plot point more than anything else. So going forward, death becomes a little bit more of a suggestion or a brief bump in the road, if it were, but don't look at it from that viewpoint. Look at it more as, okay, what will the character learn from this experience? And know that if they can make it back, they'll come back even stronger and more capable than before. Although, Hao still has a insane amount of Furyoku, so that's gonna be a tough one to overcome. Let's find out what happens. But hey, tell me your thoughts on this episode in the comment section below. If you like this video, please do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, or don't. I ain't your daddy, but I still love you like one. And until next time, never let the winds of laughter die down. Bye bye.